Oh yes, now Familamo, welcome back to another video on Jazza TV. The weather is beautiful in Wales today, so what we're going to talk about is current updates in the world of boxing. So what have we got this weekend? We've got Moses Ituma against Dillian Whyte. Now Moses is the superstar coming through, isn't he? But you should never write Dillian Whyte off. And look at the shape that he's got himself into, so it says a lot about his camp. And maybe, you know, sometimes when a fight's in last chance saloon and someone's going to use his name, some fighters will say, nah, I'm not having it. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting fight, isn't it? It's going to be a shock for, I think it's going to be a shock either way, because it's going to be the ending of a fantastic Dillian Whyte, or it's going to be a massive derailing and upset for what we think to be the next superstar, and to the fella to go on to carry the mantle, you know, from the heavyweights of this year. We've had some great heavyweights. I believe that we wouldn't all be in this position right now, including the promoters of British boxing, only for them big boys, Tyson Fury and Joshua. Will we ever see that fight? Would you like to see that fight? Because I really would, no matter when it is. I know people complain and say, yeah, it's too late, not in the prime, and I get it, but I would still love to watch that fight. I really would. And I wouldn't like to see them fight anyone else, actually. And I know Tyson wants to fight Usyk. Why wouldn't he? Because he's the man with all the marbles. Of course I get that, but I would really love to see that fight myself. Got some fight news that I can't tell everyone, so why are you fucking telling us then? But yeah, it looks very exciting for me. I'm in Wales at the minute. I haven't fully sparred since the fight. It's been a while now. It's been about 5-6 weeks. But I've been body sparring with my son. You know what, my training's been a little bit mad since I came over from Dubai last week. My coach is in Armenia. I've had to come over some work. Monterex, I've got a big thing tomorrow. I think it's like a coaching platform and a podcast in front of 300 people. So that's something new. Being introduced to a lot of new things recently, and that being one of them. Never coached 300 people in one go before in a live event have you, so that'll be interesting. See how that goes. I might get a bit of footage there and put it online. But yeah, I've been sparring with me lad. Been doing a bit of my workouts. I've been jogging, and who's he beeping a little no bed? Been jogging, getting back, kettlebells and sparring all in one session. I've been like, when you go in the fairgrounds and you have a go over everything, it's a little bit like that really. It's about an hour and I think 70 minutes my workout was today, just having a go over everything. So yeah, my training's all over the place, but as long as I'm training, that's the main thing, innit? You're only allowed to, well, when I say allowed to, I need to be really, really bored to be doing 2 a day, because I should only train 1 a day while I'm out of camp, because when you get in camp, I'm already fit. I don't do nothing to damage myself to get myself out of shape. So it's just got to be 1 good session a day. That's it for me at the minute. Because what happens is your weight comes too low and you want to be a bit heavy out of camp, and you get too fit and you want to be a bit unfit out of camp. So I'm just trying my best to keep it steady. Tomorrow though, I'm looking for some sparring. I need some sparring for tomorrow, because I can't go any longer without sparring. If you don't spar for so long, do you lose the eye of the tiger? I don't know, because I've never not sparred for that long. So anyway, I'm still waiting on me WBA world title to arrive, because got it. I didn't get it today on the night. I was waiting for me world title. His world title got taken back. It's his version of his title, so we had to keep his title. He took mine off me, so I'm still waiting for that. And the IBA world title appeared him to be sent in the post, so I'm still waiting. What's going on? What is going on? So I want to get on the pitch and everything with the world title, the new stadium. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? We've got 1 week to our first home game. We had the friendly against Roma, didn't we? But the Premier League, the first game is next week, so that would be fantastic to get on the pitch. What else are we gonna do this week? just keep on sparring with me lad. He's doing really well actually. I'm proud of him. I went to bed last night. My other son filmed it, and I just went to bed last night watching him all night sparring with me. Boss, innit? Isn't it mad how you can be more happy for your own kids than you can for yourself? Mad, innit? Thank you Jesus anyway. But yeah, Family Ammo. What else? Oh, the world's managerial things. I've been getting right into the management. It's a great little way of staying involved in boxing, because you go out of camp and what you do out of camp, you know, you just train, yeah, of course, I get it, but like, I like to do a little bit of work. I always like to plan my future and make things happen for my future and my family future. So I'll be managing, haven't I, anyway? Myself and my partner Mitch, so it's like going back and forth. I can see why managers do it. It's always something that in the back of my head at all. I don't know why these people do it, but I can understand why they do it now today. Blasted over the last few days. You don't get nothing. Nothing comes. There's nothing, and then today, 7 fights. I made 7 fights. We manage over 10 fighters now. So yeah, managerial things going really, really well. So yeah, a few good lads have asked me about managing them. So yeah, I just don't want to take on too many too soon and not have the capacity for them, because I have to tell these fighters I put myself first, and I have to self-manage in that way, you know. I have to be clever and I have to not take on too much, but these two of us doing it, so we'll be alright there. But there's a lot of like little complications, and that's just so straightforward managing. It is it's a thankless job, but it's a rewarding job. I wouldn't say it's the biggest job in the world rewarding financially, but it's like, as I say, it's a thankless job. It's nice when you get a thanks, but it's a bit like when you deliver for a fighter. It's a nice feeling, so I can see why managers do it, and I probably will stay in the game managing. Coaching wise, will I ever coach? I don't know, you know. I'm really enjoying the coaching with my son, but that's my son, isn't it? It's a bit different, isn't it? A little bit different with your son, isn't it? Because you love him unconditionally and you want to protect him. So it's like with somebody else, does it feel the same way? I'd probably even say you'd have to have a good a bond, or have a good feeling about this person. Sometimes you do meet good people in boxing and you do like to work with them, but I can imagine for a coach it's very hard to when you get left and stuff like that. I've been a fighter who I've left coaches before, and it is the fighters too, but sometimes it's just decisions that you'll have to make to benefit your career. And suppose if you was a coach, some fighters would have to do that with you. On top of that, also it's going to be the case at some point with me being a manager, and I accept that. So it's a bit tough, innit? But would I ever coach? I don't know. I think a coach deserves more than a manager. I really do believe that. I think a coach does a lot more than a manager does, because a manager's I know it's hard, it's a headache, it's working every day, but the coach is in there physically every day with the fighter, sweating his ass off, going home, watching the tape, getting stuff on his opponent, planning sessions, thinking how he can improve his fighter, watching other fighters to get things, and watching other coaches to get tips to improve his fighter. But he does it for himself as a coach. That's his own career, innit? It's the second best thing. But yeah, I really do believe that. I do believe that a coach deserves more than a manager. A manager takes 10%. I don't know what the rules are. I think they're allowed up to, I don't think not, but I don't think that I think a manager's allowed up to, is it 15 or 20%? I'm not too sure on the rules, but yeah. And a coach, I think a coach is only allowed up to 10% or 15% or stuff like that. But I do believe a coach deserves, I keep on saying that, only a coach deserves more than a manager, in my opinion, that is. But without the manager's contacts, there's no fight. So, and most of all, without the fucking fighter, there's no team. So yeah, waffling a little bit now, aren't I? But Family Ammo, some good fights to be announced for our fighters. I'm excited to be working with a few of them, especially some of them have had really good amateur careers and some of them are big ticket sellers. So yeah, thank you to the promoters who I've been working with recently, who got me lads on. I know it's an headache for these promoters as well. Since I've been doing it, I've got a lot more respect for the promoters, the promotional side of things. So yeah, Family Ammo. Some good news coming for Team Jazzy this week. just keeping myself busy in the meantime, enjoying my family time while I'm home. I won't be long before I'm back in camp. But thanks for watching, Family Ammo. You have a lovely day. Thanks for watching, like I said.